What's going on once again, YouTube? It's your host, once again, Crazy Squid, and today we're doing the second to last Amiibo Showcase, Volume 2. So, the only one who may not get a Volume 2, I might do it later on, just not as a, changes video, but I might do one later for Ringo, but as of now, for you guys who don't know, who are just joining me, Peter, aka Ghostface, whose link is always in the description of my videos because he's basically my best friend, and I don't know, I feel like if you guys haven't subscribed to him yet, I have way less than he does for subscribers, so he has, for the most part, similar content to what I do. So I figure I leave them in the bottom of the description, under where all my links are normally, and you guys can go check them out and see for yourself why I think he's a good YouTuber. Because he does the same content that I do, but he's been doing it longer than I have, by about a year. I've only been here for, I think, like 2 months now. Maybe close to 3 at this point, but yeah, I'm like 2.5, 3 months by this point. But, what I was getting at was, Ghostface and I finished off one of his Amiibo series, and then he challenged me to a little, I guess, tournament, you could call it. What it literally is he wants me to take my 7 trained Amiibos, which the showcases, number 1 of them, are past videos that I did. So, he wants me to fight my 7 Amiibos that I already have trained since before I started YouTube, and he wants me to fight his 7 best Amiibos. So, what that means is, he's going to have his best fight the ones that I've trained since before I even had subscribers or a YouTube channel in general. So, what I decided to do, because I've seen Peter's Amiibos, I've fought them in the past, I'm training my Amiibos, and I'm tweaking some of them. 6 out of the 7, to be perfectly accurate with you guys. The only one, like I said, that has not been changed and will not be changed as of right now is Ringo, my red Yoshi Amiibo, who was the 2nd Amiibo I ever trained. I think he's fine the way he is. I already redid him once before I started YouTube, because he got beat by Bingo, who's my Light Blue Yoshi Amiibo, Bingo beat Ringo, the blue guy beat the red guy, so I changed the red guy a little bit, and now he beats the blue guy for the most part. The last video I put up on my channel of him, I'll leave that in the description, was him, Ringo versus Bingo, red versus blue, on Ghostface's Wii-U. We wanted to see who would win in the battle. We didn't record any audio from us, we just recorded the video because it was like, oh, we didn't think anything ridiculous was going to happen. I don't want to say too much, but Ringo won in a fairly spectacular way that I didn't expect, Peter didn't expect, and that's why we saved the video, so we could put it on my channel when I finally got one. That's why it's one of the first videos that I have, which doesn't have any audio because we weren't recording at the time. But if we were recording, the last few, 30 seconds to a minute would have been like, what the fuck just happened? We need to save that so we can watch that again, because I don't believe what just happened now. And somewhere along those lines, that's why we saved it. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring in the Amiibo that I'm showcasing in this episode, which is Bingo, the light blue Yoshi of mine. Literally all I did since the last video was I traded out, he used to have auto healing, I replaced that with life stealing so he can hopefully get more health back quicker. Everything else is the same, but I noticed in the last showcase that he was still off by a point, one single point. So it took a little bit of doing, but I finally got his speed, attack, and defense all to the maximum level I could get them while they're all positive. For those of you who don't know, if you want a positive attack, defense, and speed without hacking it, the maximum stat you can have positive at any given time is 120. So if I wanted someone with 70 attack and 70 defense, that would equal 140, I'd have to give him negative 20 speed. So he'd be a little bit slower, but he'd also have a higher attack and higher defense than if you just had him at 0 speed, because the max at 0 speed would be 60 and 60. Or any variation that would equal to 120. You could make it 120 attack, no defense, and no speed, and that would still be viable. But doing that's fairly hard, because again, one stat will always drop when you add equipment. So the only real way to do that is to just keep fighting it and feeding it equipment. Do your best to get it to 0. Or you do the math out, and if you're having trouble, you can get a hacking device for, I think, like $20, and you can do whatever you want to your Amiibo. The only thing that's the only thing that I would ever use my hacking device for, which I have done in the past, is to get specific equipment that I don't have readily available. So like critical hit, lifesteal, explosive perfect shield, ones that are harder to get, that maybe don't appear as often, or for the most part you can only get by doing events of some sort, like the challenges in like the Wii-U mode, you can use to get critical hit. If you want more than one Amiibo with critical hit, I'd recommend getting a capture device, not a capture device, a action replay-esque device so you can scan in. But if you want to farm for items, it's also a good way, because you can hack in a code that is literally, it randomly gives items, equipment, and custom moves that you may or may not have, also money, into your Amiibo. It doesn't change any of the stats if you don't want it to, but with that specific cheat, you can get up to 30 of anything. So you can get 30, which is the max your Amiibo can hold. You can get anywhere between 1 and 30 of anything. So, I mean, I saw once 50,000 coins on one of my Amiibos when I did that. That was when I was farming to try to get custom parts for, not custom, like, I wasn't trying to get the bonus effect customs, I was trying to get character customs, because I'd spent fucking like 12 hours trying to get Mario's customs, and I still don't have all of them. And then I spent an hour doing that, and I still didn't get them for Mario. But I still have 2 customs missing. Kind of a pain in the ass. But anyway, I went on a ramble there. I'm sorry, guys. So, again, all his stats are the same except for his speed, which got boosted by 1. His bonus effects are the same except for lifesteal. Lifesteal I replaced for what he used to have, which was auto-healing. So instead of healing every few seconds, he has the chance to heal every time he hits, or every few times that he hits. Everything else is literally exactly the same. So without any further ado, I'm sorry, we're at like 9 or 10 minutes by now. I'm going to get directly into the fight now because I've been trying to not ramble as much, which I am. I need to stop rambling. This is one of the issues that I have. Again, leave me questions you want me to answer about anything. I don't care. Just give me something to answer so I don't ramble as much, please. So now I'm going to hook in my DS so I can actually fight this Amiibo. Because for those of you who also do not know, I am a DS player, for the most part. The reason I say for the most part is because DS, the way I can control it, but I like the Wii-U Pro controller as well. Because if you have a good Wii-U Pro controller, I don't know if it's just that my DS is dying, like the the thumbstick is dying, but I can't, I think it's dash dance, where you just, like, spin in place, basically, move quickly back and forth. I can do, like, a quick turnaround, or a quick turn to face back to the same way that I was already facing, but other than that, it doesn't do well for some reason. Anymore, I should say. Because I used to be able to dash dance easy as hell with my DS controller after I learned how to do it. So I'm going to put this to 3 stocks, like I always do. I'm going to fight him first as Yoshi as his customs, just because, I don't know, I like fighting as Yoshi. And I might be able to teach him how to spike if I can, because I've been getting better since I started using, training, Meatball, my Mario Amiibo. So, without any further ado, let's see how I do against Bingo with his new lifesteal ability. Because I haven't fought him much since I gave him that ability. I'm sorry if I get quiet, but I actually want to focus on teaching him how to do stuff. Well, not so much teaching him how to do stuff, but I actually want to fight him seriously. Holy crap, that had a lot of hit stun on it. Oh, okay. I screwed up, I missed the ledge. Figures that's how I die. Holy crap, that killed me. Huh. Something I've realized with Ringo and Bingo, for the most part, they tend to not kill at low percentages. They tend to wait until someone's at a fairly high percentage before even trying to kill them. I don't really know why, but they do. No. Oh, and he knows how to juggle with eggs again. So this is Bingo's first time. Oh, that killed. That's Bingo's first time in a fairly good amount of time being on this Wii-U. For the most part, I've trained him on my DS because, again, I play on the DS a lot, and I got my DS way before I had a Wii-U. So that's where he was basically born, was on my DS. How much did he recover, out of curiosity? Okay, that's a fair amount. 85% isn't bad, because it's time really that he's actually been using the lifesteal for the most part. Okay, so... gonna go... for Charizard. I'm not a bad I'm one of my lower tiered mains. Like, I have 5 people that I actually play as, for the most part. Charizard's one of them. Granted, for the most part, I just screw around as it, but I can actually play as him too. Oh wow, he got me on that. Go. Thank you, Charizard, you're so heavy. Oh, shit! I didn't honestly think he would have gone for that. I'm actually kind of impressed by that. Stones. Holy crap. Now? Oh wow, that actually stopped me. No. Don't make me a stat. Yeah, maybe. Nope. Oh my god, he fucking 3-stocked my Charizard. I did better as Yoshi. Well then, wow, he did almost 440 damage to me. How much did he heal? 91% out of 140. Jesus. He basically healed himself back to 0, for anybody who doesn't know math that well. He had, I think, 50-something health left. Maybe... wait a second. Yeah. Wait, no. 49 health. I think it was, yeah, I think it's 49 health he had left. So, without further ado, I'm going to go my normal main, who is the main that I tend to use a lot more often than everybody else. Light. I play as, like, much more often than I do every other character that I play. I know I play Kirby a lot, I know I play Corrin some, I know I play Yoshi a good amount, and I know I play Charizard a little bit, but Ike is my undisputed main ever since he was... I think he came in Brawl, now that I think about it. I've loved him ever since Brawl, to be perfectly fair with you guys. I swear to God, if that spiked me, I would have been so salty. Killed me. That little bastard killed me. god, that almost killed me! So, again, like with all my Amiibos, oh my god, that got me. Bingo, as well as everybody else, has fought the entire roster. Every single Amiibo that I train, once I give them their equipment, once I get them to level 50, I immediately start training them against the rest of the roster. Which includes me ending up giving them equipment. He's gotta learn the counter though. That's the only thing that I wish I could have given him slightly more defense, just as speedy. The only thing that I do have to say though is, the fact that he can survive longer proves that it's a good thing that I gave him that all-around trade-off ability of his. And that's a kill. With the all-around trade-off ability, it allows him to over time increase all of his stats over time. I don't know whether or not there's a peak to it, but what I do know is the longer he's alive, the higher his stats go. But yeah. So that's Bingo's revamped edition. He's still a little rough around the edges, but I think it's something I can work with. I just need to train him a little bit more off camera, and I think he'll be all set for when we end up actually recording this stuff. Hopefully, I can get him to learn how to spike by then. So yeah, after this video, there's only going to be one more update video, but it's probably going to be another longer video, because I'm more or less going to be training the Amiibo to use a different custom. Because the next and final Amiibo that I have left to train is Squid Jr., my Ike Amiibo, who literally I made to be pretty much what I am. A literal low shielding Amiibo. I don't shield much, in case you guys haven't noticed from watching my videos. I tend to either roll or spot dodge, which is a good and a bad thing, but with Squid Jr., I gave him Explosive Perfect Shield. So I made it so he almost always perfect shields, especially once he gets into the actual game. If he actually starts to play and starts actually doing stuff, he learns fairly quickly to perfect shield a lot of hits. He will literally just be blowing up every time you hit him. The only thing is, I changed a couple of things on him. I gave him one different effect, and I gave him a different custom move. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. I gave him a custom move that's back to one of his normal moves, because he wouldn't use the move before, but I'm hoping I can train him to use the move now. So, that's a little update for what's going to more than likely be in the next video. The other one's probably that next video is probably going to be 30 or 35 minutes, depending on what I do with him. Because if he learns how to use the new custom that I gave him, then it'll be a shorter video like the rest of these. But if he doesn't in the first match or two, I'm probably going to do 4 matches, if not 5 matches, if he still doesn't learn it. But if he still doesn't learn it at the end of the 5 matches, I'm going to end it. But I'm going to definitely keep training him off camera so he learns how to use whatever move I gave him. Keep it a little bit of a surprise for you guys. A little bit of an incentive for you guys to come back to figure out what he is. Figure out what I gave him. Figure out what stats he has now. Figure out what custom abilities he has now. So, I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you really enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be posting this stuff fairly often, as far as I can, as long as school and work don't get in the way. Mostly school. work doesn't really get in the way of much besides taking up a few hours of my time so I can get money. But, other than that, I will leave links in the description for everything that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to leave a link in the description for Mike's channel and Peter's channel. Peter's on a little bit of a hiatus. He might be off of it by the time this video goes up, but for right now he's dealing with some things. I don't really know exactly what, but I can understand needing a break because just a lot of stupid shit's been happening at work and just in general between me, Peter, and outside world. So, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I will hope to see you in the next one.